All right. I really like this setup a lot. I think that this is very cool. Let me give you a little tour. Video sponsored by Squarespace. Okay, so in the shot here, I am at 25? Yeah, 25 millimeters. Camera is about an arm's length, like the top of the lens. Camera body, or the sensor, also an arm's length, because I moved my arm a little bit. Studio's kind of a mess right now, so please bear with me. All right, I did this cool LED X, because like, I don't know, X's are cool, right? As a catch light for my eyes. I don't know if you can see those, but that was the point of that. Then this is actually just lighting the left side of my face, like filling this side over here. You can see the difference if I turn that. Yeah, it's a little less, a little more moody. So this one's just like coming in, just like, you know, not the whole way. I can just adjust it slightly just by turning it. Still got some nice depth. Then over on this side, that is my trusty panel light, Falcon Eyes. That thing's still kicking. I'm pretty sure I got that in 2018. It's still kicking. You can see it's like completely distorted. That thing's supposed to be a square. But yeah, I mean, works great this close. You know, nice kind of even light, wraps around my face a good bit. Yeah, in terms of audio, I've got this Rode mic, shotgun mic, and it just come in like a little bit closer to my face. I'll give you the top-down view. A little bit closer to my face than the lens, or like than if it was mounted at the top of the camera. You know, that helps just a little bit. Cut down on the reverb. I have like all of this sound treatment in the studio on this side at least, but still helps to cut it down. I also have some rugs hanging. I also have these, like, you know, all those rugs. I think that definitely helps with the sound, but it sounds really good here. It sounds less and less good as you get further and further back into the corner. Moving on, these panel lights that are pretty sick. So this one is set to, they're both on HSI, hue saturation intensity. This one is set to hue 355, saturation 100, intensity 100. And then this one is set to 185, 100, 100. So that one's given like a bit of that blue. This one's given like a bit of that pink. And then if we go back to the original shot and you like look up there in the upper right, my upper right hand corner, right up there, I'll show you what's creating that in just a second, but I really like how that looks like a candy wrapper. I think that looks awesome. But yeah, those aren't actually lights. Quick word about the sponsor of the video, Squarespace. With the new Fluid Engine from Squarespace, making the website of your dreams has never been easier. You start out with this professionally designed template. You don't need to know how to code, already made for you. And then you can tweak it using this brand new UI, drag and drop, very easy to use. Your website is gonna work on both desktop and mobile, which is absolutely crucial. You can schedule appointments through your site, offer private sessions, coaching calls, workshops, and then when you're ready to make some tweaks and improvements, the analytics suite inside Squarespace is second to none. If you want to try it out, go to squarespace.com/CodyWarner, and then when you're ready to buy, use the code CodyWarner to get 10% off your first purchase of a domain or website. But yeah, those aren't actually lights. Those are mirrors. Let me show you. Mirror here, just angled perfectly, and it's smudged. It's super smudged, but it doesn't matter because it's so out of focus in the background. And then this one as well, mirror, but what's giving that candy effect is this see-through plastic cover that I just found in my office randomly. Because of like the way the pink and the blue lights are hitting that, that's what gives that kind of candy look. You see that candy look? Isn't that cool? I just think it looks really cool. But yeah, that mirror is just perfectly positioned to, let's see if I can focus up there. Just block my face real quick. Boop. That mirror is perfectly positioned to pick up the blue light, and then this mirror is perfectly positioned to pick up the pink light. So that was fun to set up, and once I realized that I could do that, it's basically like doubling the amount of kind of accent lights that I have, which is really cool. This light over here is really just, it's more about like just seeing it in screen, because the hair light is actually out of screen. If I zoom, actually you're not gonna be able to see it. You can just barely see it if I zoom the whole way out there. That's the hair light. So this one is more just like almost like a practical. It's like a practical. You know, I guess that makes sense because this is like a studio. Anyway, that one is the Amaran. This is a daylight balanced light, and it's set to literally, I believe, 1%. So like no, really not much light at all. This is that same light, but it's way up at the ceiling. That one I think is set to like 10%. No, 40%. But yeah, like I said, that is the one that is hitting that's the one that's hitting my hair in this shot. So then, two more things to show you. In the corner there, that's just my GH5 with a microphone on it, but I have the LCD screen just flipped out. It's turned off, I have it flipped out, and again, it is just reflecting that pink light. And then this is a light that the brand just sent me for an Amazon review, which I've been doing so many Amazon reviews. That's also what this car is about. It's a drifting car. Come on, gotta drift. I had to learn how to drift in order to make the review. It was rad. But yeah, this one is an RGB light as well. It's called Great LPT. And it is at 56% brightness, 37 degrees hue. And so it's kind of like a yellowish look. And that's just like a little uplight. I took the barn doors off because I just didn't need it for this. You can see, you can see it there, obviously. It's just giving like a little bit of glow right behind me that I think works really well. So I do think the shot works like zoomed out like this. You know, it's a little bit more of like a casual, oh, look at me, I'm just in my studio. I didn't really even do anything. I just turned on all the light. Whereas this one's a little bit more, it's like a little bit closer, a little more intimate, a little more cinematic maybe, if you will. I don't know if you will or not. Camera is basically at eye level, maybe just slightly below, which is breaking a rule that I try not to break. I always try to look either directly at the camera or slightly up, but I just don't like the floor because it's so messy in here. I don't like the floor. I just don't like the look of it from like this position. So that's why I have it coming slightly up. I just think it works better. Only other thing is that is my original camera that I started making videos with when I was in high school. These are just hard drives. There's some other original cameras sitting on a mirror, some energy drinks, hard drives. But that's the way my studio looks right now. It may change drastically, you know, because I like new things. I like changing stuff up. But yeah, thanks so much for being here. I'll see you in the next one. One of my most favorite components of this is that all of these, I believe, except for my two little catch lights here, all of them are on this power strip because they're LEDs. So it's safe, so no worries. You know, it's not drawing a lot of power, but boom. Isn't that rad? So then when I come in, I'm just like, boop. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Isn't that fun? Isn't that a fun way to turn your lights on and off? I guess I could like get an Alexa or something, but I'm good with just the manual switch, you know.